Good evening and welcome to the Rehope Carol Concert 2021. Yes, so good to be together in person and online tonight, actually. We're a wee bit of both. Nice to see you if you're watching online. Hi, Mum. Everyone else, we're really glad that you guys are here. It's so fun to be together this Christmas. If this is your first time in Rehope West End, you are especially welcome here tonight. If this is your millionth time here, then you're also very welcome, but it's your job to make everyone else feel welcome too.
Yeah, we're not going to do that cheesy thing where we force you to look at somebody and say hi and give them a hug, because quite frankly, that's not COVID safe. But what we are going to do is ask you to do something very British, and that is look at somebody, make an eye contact and acknowledge their existence with a nod. And with that nod, we'd like you to communicate something like, Merry Christmas, you look fantastic, so great to see you. Here's an example of such a nod. So, after 3, make an eye contact, giving a nod, okay? 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, I realise you were only able to nod at one person during that time, so I'm going to give you a second opportunity to look at somebody totally different. Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Great, great. Smiling with our eyes. Lovely. Looking really good. Okay, a few things that'll just keep us all safe tonight. Keep your mask on unless you're eating or drinking. You'll see our performers will take their masks off when they're singing. That's adhering to government guidelines. We have some toilets here in this building. You'll be happy to know if you've got into that mulled punch already. They are just out this way. If you exit either of these doors and look for the rooms that have toilets in them, you will find them. And you can use those at any time as well. Yeah. Please do, in fact, because there's a few of you here, so that could be quite the queue if you all went at once.
Sometimes people feel embarrassed. They're like, oh wait, the whole room is just watch me parade down the front to do the toilet. But listen, we'd rather people see you do that than pee yourselves.
Yeah.
So
we're all friends here, it's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, we've been waiting a really long time to hear the mighty Rehope choir sing together again, so we won't wait any longer. The choir, if you'd like to come up, they're going to sing Angels from the Realms of Glory, followed by the Coventry Carol. How good is it to hear the choir sing again?
So good. So as you may expect, our carol service is going to feature a lot of music. However, we happen to know that there are a lot of visual artists represented here tonight, and we wanted to give them a chance to contribute as well.
Yeah, so under your chair you should find a bit of paper and a crayon. If you're on the balcony you might have to hunt around a wee bit, but there's some spares at the back. And all you have to do is follow some simple instructions. Who's great at following instructions? Nobody. Tabitha? Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, we've got one.
Now, I was talking to Mark Muir just the other day, and he was telling me that he was actually considering a career shift into being a visual artist of sorts. So I thought maybe we could get Mark Muir up here to do it on a slightly larger scale.
That's an excellent
over in the
idea.
corner. Is that all right?
Mark Muir. I mean, maybe he's wanting more of a fanfare. Mark.
There's a club.
Mark actually is. Mark Muir's. He goes by Eminem. He's actually Eminem of the church keyboard world.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he's got those fine motor skills.
I'll show you your palette.
Required.
Mark, over here.
Okay, so once you've got your bit of paper, you're going to fold it in half to make it look like a card, like a Christmas card. You may see where this is going. Margaret, yours is really good. Can you hold it up as an example for everyone else? That's what you should be doing. Be more Margaret. Okay, so the first thing I'd like you to do is Mark ready. I don't want to start without him.
He's ready.
He's ready, okay. I would like you to draw a small equilateral triangle at the top center of your page. A small equilateral triangle at the top center of your page. That's up to you, Ruben. This is open to your own interpretation.
Okay, I hope if you're at home, you're also taking part.
Yes, please do.
Go get your paper and your pen.
Okay, next instruction. They're going to get quicker, just to warn you. Draw a big square on the bottom half of your page. Draw a big square on the bottom half of your page. I think he's struggling with the chalk pen.
Yeah.
There is a spare normal chalk somewhere.
Try that.
He's feeling the pressure. Sorry, Mark. Okay, once you've drawn your square, on the right of that square, on the inside, draw a circle. I'd call it a medium-sized circle. On the right side of the square, on the inside. How far up? That's up to you. It's up to you. So we've drawn an equilateral triangle, we've drawn a square, and now we've drawn a circle. Gillian, yours is looking excellent. You have been following the instructions. Okay, now, on top of the big square, I'd like you to draw an isosceles triangle.
Primary teachers out there, you know what that is. Colin Clark.
Colin Clark's all over it.
He knows an isosceles triangle.
And you're actually in primary school, so you should know exactly what we're talking about, Ellie and Tabitha.
I know a right angle triangle.
Okay, so once you're done with your isosceles triangle, inside the circle you drew earlier, I would like you to draw a smaller second circle. So that is inside the first circle, you're drawing a smaller second circle. Now I would like you to give that second circle 2 handles on top. These could be bag handles, door handles, handles of any kind. I don't know what other handles there are.
I can't think of any other types of handles. But handles.
Once you've got your 2 handles on the second circle, I would like you to draw a third and fourth circle inside the second circle. So the third and fourth circle should be side by side, like 2 little friendly circles.
Everyone's really sad about their really small circles now. Just go for it, don't worry. I'll check on Mark.
Gillian is still doing very well. The isosceles triangle it's not perfect, but it'll work. It'll work. Okay, so you should have just drawn handles and a third and fourth circle. Underneath the third and fourth circle, I'd like you to draw a semicircle. Make it work. Make it work. Okay, moving on. On the left of the big square, so this is on the inside, on the left of the big square, on the inside of it, I would like you to draw an ice cream tub with 2 lollipops sticking out of it. Let me clarify, not an ice cream cone, an ice cream tub, okay? 2 lollipops sticking out inside the big square on the left. How's Mark getting on?
Mark's all right. Yeah, Mark's all right.
Yeah, good.
I don't think he's gone for quite as literal an approach on the ice cream tub
All
as
right, okay.
David Crawford did last night.
Let's see. Okay, we're getting close to the end, folks, don't worry. I would like you to draw a second equilateral triangle right on top of the first one, but I'm not talking about like above the first one, I'm like on top. But I'd like it to be pointing in the opposite direction if possible. That was the equilateral. So a second equilateral on the first equilateral. Yeah, so it should be pointing the opposite way to the first one. Right on top of it.
It's easy when you know how. Okay.
Okay. Your final instruction. Draw 2 arrows coming out of the bottom of the first circle, pointing down. Draw 2 arrows pointing downwards, coming out of the first circle. Okay. Now, shall I help Mark turn the board round?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Actually, no, I'll help Mark.
Okay. I feel like we should reveal Mark's before we reveal anybody else's.
Yeah, because
Okay.
this is the standard.
Okay, let's see what you've done. Okay.
So Mark started
Right.
strong with the triangle.
Yep.
But then his second triangle came in at the first triangle rather than going on top of it.
Yeah.
So it looks a little bit sci-fi at the top, but then we've got some sort of creature here.
Yeah.
But that's because Mark thought, oh, I'll join up the ice cream tub with the big circle.
But the thing is, did anybody tell Mark to do that?
No one told Mark to do that.
Nobody told Mark to do that. No, they didn't. I think that we should see what everybody else has done.
Yeah.
But Mark, you've done a really good job, but I would like to see what everybody else has done.
Yeah, yeah, you can
Oh,
sit
you got a
down.
clap. I don't know if it was a sympathy clap or a real clap.
He can get a clap.
Okay, can everybody else hold up their cards, please?
Okay, Naomi, I think you should have a
Good.
look at Elder/Dr. Komalathi's over there because
Okay, Dr.
it's
Komalathi.
quite good.
Oh,
pretty
that
strong.
is very good.
Let's see Ellie and
but
Tabitha.
actually, Ella's is even better.
Good, yes.
Oh, Lynn, I didn't want to say yours was like worse, so I wasn't going to
It's
comment
just
on it.
interesting to see how some of you have used the space as well. There's a great one. Is it David Fleck? No.
I think that's my favourite so far.
Oh, that is good. That is good.
Laura, I'd like to draw your attention to this one over here at the very end. Actually, I really want the choir to see it because it's so
This
accurate. The very end. And while Laura's doing that, this is what it should look like.
Oh, yeah, that's... Naomi, I'm giving a prize. Am I allowed to do that?
I mean, the choir is supposed to
Oh,
decide,
I'm so
but
sorry. I'm so sorry.
but you can't
choir,
offer her the
yes.
prize and take it away.
I did just do that, yeah.
Okay, so first off, we all get a prize because we're all getting a nativity card to take away. How wonderful. You can give this to the person you love most in the world and they'll really appreciate that.
Or the person you love least.
But let's
Depending
let
on
the
the
choir
standard.
decide. I think it's between the card over there, because that was really excellent, and what do we think? Shagan?
Shane's quite good. But it doesn't probably need to win anymore.
Yeah, he's already a winner. Neil, I was going to go to you because you're at the front, but actually that's shocking.
Can't even give that a sympathy prize.
Choir, are there any other that speak to you?
We like this one, but we can't see very well.
Did you draw one? But you were here last night.
David!
David, that's not how this works.
Can't vote for yourself. Okay, will we go here?
Okay.
Go on here. That was the
Okay.
first choice. There's a prize for you.
That's from the choir, and then the one over there.
One
That
over
was
here,
excellent.
yes.
Excellent. I reckon we could actually do a Christmas exhibition here, though, with all of those, because they were actually all right.
They're actually all right, but I don't know that the people would.
Or
come
we
back
could do
to
a
it.
stall at Reap and Sow, Kelly.
Maybe we'll ask her later. Anyway,
Speaking of Christmas,
yes.
we should probably get back to the choir, because these people did not come here to be humiliated or judged on their artistic abilities.
Yes, but now we have set the nativity scene, so the choir are going to sing O Little Town of Bethlehem. We are just loving having the choir back in action this year. None of this would have been possible without Ali B and Sam on the piano, who have both worked so hard to make it happen.
Thank you guys so much for using your God-given gifts to make our church a more worshipful and creative place. We know that it took a lot of work, so we really appreciate that. We've got another Rehope musician coming up next. We're very excited about this one. It's Mia Komalafi singing a song called Noel. Now, Mia is a high school student, and she's also been here at Rehope as a ministry intern, and she's very cool. And so
Very cool.
when we hang out with Mia, by default, we become more cool.
Or at least we try.
Yeah.
We try.
So we're all hanging out with Mia now, so we're all going to be more cool after
All
this.
gonna be more cool, yeah.
You good to go, Mia? Excellent.
Great.
Love incarnate, love divine. Star and angel gave this sign. Bow to babe on bended knee. Savior of humanity. Unto us a child is born. He shall reign forevermore. Noel, Noel, come and see what God has done. Noel, Noel, story of amazing love, light of the world, given for us, Noel. Son of God and Son of Man, there before the world began. Born to suffer, born to save, born to raise us from the grave. Christ the everlasting Lord, He shall reign forevermore. Noel, Noel, come and see what God has done. Noel, Noel, a story of amazing love, light of the world, given for us, Noel. Noel, Noel, come and see what God has done. Noel, Noel, the story of amazing love, light of the world, given for us, Noel.
Thank you so much, Mia. That was absolutely incredible. Well, yeah, our theme for this year is Hope is Here. And Laura's going to chat to us a little bit more about that later. But for now, we're going to play a game that was inspired by an unfortunate typo. This is called Hop is Here.
Hop is here. Okay, so for this game, you're going to be in two teams. This side and this side. Online,
You guys count in
you're
that
the
as well.
cheerleaders. Okay, what you're going to need to do first is elect a team captain, or they might be elected for
Yes,
you.
we need people with good knees and good backs.
Good knees and good backs. Or just knees and backs. Ruben. That sounds like there's been a team captain elected over here.
Yeah. And how about over here? How about Peter? How are your knees?
Peter.
I noticed you've got your name on your jumper, Peter. Is that in case you forget it? My mum did that when I was in nursery. She wrote my name on my clothes too. Right, so.
Okay, we're ready.
It's very simple. All the team captains have to do is complete a loop of the room. So Peter, you'll be going this way. Ruben, you'll be going this way against Ruben. Well, you've got wisdom and age on your side. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You've learned things in life that he's not had the chance to yet. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ruben's
so
quite
you're
tall as
completing
well.
a loop, and when you get to the end of it, guys, I'm worried you're not hearing your instructions. When you get to the end of it, you will shout, "Hop is here," okay?
Hop.
No. Just when you arrive at the end.
Yes.
Chill.
Because
there are a lot more instructions to come, okay?
December is a month with a few added complications. You know, it never goes smoothly. There's always a few obstacles to keeping your hop.
Yes.
So you won't just be making a loop. There'll be a few other things you'll need to complete as well.
No. First off, you will go home and receive a "Sorry We Missed You" card from the Royal Mail. Now, this, for you, Ruben, is under your chair, I believe, if you look underneath.
It's a black
And it
slip.
should be under Jessie's chair
Yes.
or the chair behind.
There we go.
Okay. Now, what you'll do is you'll pick up your "Sorry We Missed You" card, then you'll make your way back to the front, and underneath Margaret's chair, there's a parcel, or a not yet parcel, an item, just that pink thing,
Yes,
and one under
Shagan's found
Shagan's
it.
chair. And then you'll give them the postage slip, and you'll receive the parcel. No, don't give them it yet, Margaret. Not yet.
He has to get the
He needs
postage
to
slip first.
give you the slip and show you his ID. Right. Once you've got your present, you're going to hop to the back where you'll find wrapping paper and sellotape at the pole. Okay. And then you'll wrap your present. Now, we need full coverage on these gifts. Ruben, are you listening? We need full coverage. Okay. Then you will give the gift to somebody on your side who has more than 5 buttons on. Okay?
Everyone
So if you
assess.
have more than 5 buttons on, maybe alert your team captain to that. Then you will complete your loop. So there's going to be a bit of back and forwards, okay?
Yeah. Do we want to let them have any help at the wrapping station? I feel like last night there was a few helpers floating
I feel like if
around
we don't say anything, we'll just see what happens.
there. Okay. We'll
Yeah.
let it be. We'll let it be.
If you've got any mulled wine on the floor or cups or anything, please. Peter, where are you off
Peter
to?
gone.
Listen,
Exactly.
Peter,
Peter, did you
we're
take
in the
his
house of
tinsel
God,
ear
okay?
off?
No cheating.
Oh, it fell. That's fine.
Are the instructions clear? Do you know what you're doing? You're getting the slip. You're coming back to Margaret. You're getting the gift. You're wrapping it. You're giving it to somebody with more than 5 buttons. Then you're completing the loop round this way and shouting,
Hop is here.
"Hey!"
Yay.
Okay, your team will be encouraging you the whole time.
Okay, so your guy's called Peter, your guy's called Ruben. Great.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! Go! Hop, Peter, hop! Hopping, Peter! For everybody watching at home, Peter and Ruben are now
Yes.
at the wrapping station.
Pastor Brian's on integrity watch at the back for anyone not hopping.
Yes, Pastor Brian's always on integrity watch.
Okay, there's wrapping.
Oh, cutting sellotape with their teeth. How do all the dentists feel about that? Feeling good?
Also for the mask situation, quite tricky, but
Yep.
they're doing it. Okay. Oh, Ruben's off.
Remember, somebody on your own side.
Someone on your own side. Oh no,
On your own-
Ruben's getting dragged back by Peter. Just for anyone who can't see,
Just to clarify,
they know each other.
Peter is fully disclosed with Disclosure Scotland. And Ruben's parents are in the room.
It's all good.
Complete. No, Peter! No, Peter! That's the middle! It's that way! And Ruben's grandmother has caused another obstacle for Peter. You need to give the present to somebody on your team, Ruben, with 5 buttons.
Okay, find them, find them. No more interceptions. Throw it, Ruben, throw it.
I think it's actually really hard to tell who won that because it's ended in a scrum.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm maybe going to say let's give them both a Santa.
Let's give them both a Santa, but yeah. I think Ruben, to be fair, deserves a wee bit more of the winner's credit. There you go, take your Santa.
Yes,
Great.
there were some interesting
Good
tactics.
job.
Yes. Peter's gone for the dairy fine, the Aldi one. Did
Okay.
Ruben get the Favorita Lidl?
We couldn't all have a physical prize just then, but we are all about to get a prize because we're going to listen to Emily sing. We're going to have a moment to take a breath and recover. I think we all actually do need to recover after that. Last night it was
a
just
lot
the
of
participants.
cardio.
Tonight there was a lot of cardio everywhere in the room. So we're going to recover. Emily's going to come and sing Silent Night.
can be a fragile thing, a fickle thing, too abstract almost, fleeting sometimes, hard to pin down and keep. When life swings and roundabouts get violent, hope creeps away. It rarely stays in the pits and troughs of life, but takes its leave when we need it most. Hope, here in family or future plans, stands strong on long summer nights. In health and happiness, hope is high. Hope is king when anything feels possible, yet the moment passes. And hope slips through our fingers, impossible to bank away for colder, darker days. I need a stronger hope. Hope that stays. Hope not scared to sit with me, to climb on in and meet me in the darkest bits, to give me eyes to see the light beyond it peeking through, to walk with me and speak with me until the little light gets brighter. Walk with me and not only point to some ungraspable good, but take me there. What if hope is here in the midst of here and all the fears and uncertainties, and why couldn't it be? I remember now. I sense him now. This time of year, I see hope in every good thing. It sings of him. He's realer than nice sentiments, somehow firmer in the swirling seasons. The way and reason, the searching, knocking, longing in my soul will not be satisfied until it finds a friend. My God, our hope is here.
Guys, how good does it feel to be doing this again together this year? It feels good, and not even just in a superficial way, to be with you all and to hear the choir sing and to be able to enjoy being in the physical presence of other people. It feels like good in my soul to be here with you all tonight. There's something about stepping out of the dark, out of the cold, into this building where we've got the warmth, we've got the lights, we've got the stars in the windows, you've got that mulled punch stuff we only drink in December but we all really like, you know, you've got the mince pies, you've got your friends around you. There's something about it that it just like, it speaks to me somewhere inside, to my gut, about the goodness that there is in the world. And it's like in that moment that some kind of dots connect in my mind, and I remember that for goodness like this to exist as it does, there has to be someone whose idea it was. There has to be a God out there who's good. I feel that resonate in my soul. Maybe you feel that kind of resonate in your soul tonight as well. Now, I work for this church, so my full disclaimer is that my whole life is built on a belief that God exists, but sometimes nights like tonight help me to really remember that he's good too. That not only do I believe that he's real and I believe that he's out there, but I believe that he's good, and I believe that he's a God who gives good things and he makes good things. But if I'm honest, it's not been the good times over the last year that have proved that to be most, and there have been good times, but it's actually been the times, as I look back over the last 12 months, it's been the times where I felt sad, it's been the times where I felt grief, or I felt really disappointed, or I felt that kind of loneliness where it stings almost. Like those have been the times for me where I have known most fully that God is real and he's good, and actually he's here and he hears me when I cry out to him. And although it feels a little bit upside down to take joy in that, there's something about when our storehouses in life feel full and we feel fine, that actually it's easy to kind of just keep going and not really worry about what we think about God or heaven or anything kind of beyond what we see and know. But when we feel like we're a little bit lacking, or things are a bit strange, or actually maybe a little bit insecure, or our future doesn't feel so secure, that it's in those moments that then we really do want to reach out and figure out, okay, is there something that's going to meet me there? Is there something that's going to meet me in my searching? And I know that I've found that in those moments in my life, I have found God to be the one who's able to meet me there and to give me enough for the day, enough for what I need. And yeah, it seems a little bit upside down to think, okay, it's good news that God might feel real in the dark seasons of our life. And yet, I do think that it's good news for us right now, because although we are a bit freer than we were, the news is bleak. And just like our 90s kid expectations that by now we'd be on hovercrafts, our kind of early pandemic expectations that by now we'd be all back to normal and everything would be fine, have kind of proven to be totally unrealistic. Like, we know that all too well. Uncertainty is still looming. Things still feel weird. Travel is still tricky. We can't quite progress the way that we've been taught to expect, that if we just believe for it enough and we want it enough and we work hard for it enough, we can just get to better days and we can be a better version of ourselves. But actually, we feel a bit stuck here in this place. I love all the lights and frills of Christmas. I love every single bit of it. I want to watch 14 corny Christmas movies on Netflix with Vanessa Hudgens in them. I want there to be 14 Vanessa Hudgenses in the next corny Christmas movie I watch on Netflix. I want to taste candy canes in everything I consume. I want my whole flat to smell like a gingerbread house. You know, I really want to make the most of every wonderfully frilly part of this season, but I want every single good thing about it to point me to the goodness of Jesus, because I've found that actually when it comes down to it, in the dark moments of my life, he is my hope here. And we pull out the manger every Christmas here at Rehope, and on a Sunday you'll see it on the stage, and we do that not because it's another frilly detail or decoration for us, and we love our decorations here, as you can see, but because it reminds us of something very real, that the baby born became a man who claimed to be God, and he healed people, and he helped people, and he loved the most unlovely and the people on the outside of society, and he said things like, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." And he said, "I have come that you might have life and have it to the full." He said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me won't walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." And he said, God loved the world in this way. He gave his one and only Son so that whoever believes in him will not die, but will have eternal life. So when I look at the manger, I want to remember the cross too. I want to think of the cross where Jesus died for me and then beat death in the best bit of history that there is to be told, so that I could live, so that I could be free. Now, if you have a friend who brought you tonight, chances are they'd love to talk to you more about Jesus anytime. But for now, if you'll humor me, I just would love to finish by quickly plugging Alpha to you. We're starting an Alpha course in January, and if there's even the slightest little part of you tonight that is curious about whether we're crazy or whether we maybe believe something that's true, whether your friend maybe knows something about God that's worth knowing, then please do consider taking part in Alpha next year. It's in this building. It happens over dessert with people who are fun and normal and nice. And you'd come in, it's free, there's no strings attached. You watch a wee video, you explore some ideas about faith and life and God together. You can say as much or as little as you would like. You can ask any questions you want to. None are out of bounds. And Alpha is a wonderful resource just to explore life and the questions of life. And it's starting again in January. You'd be so welcome to come along. You can make your friend come along with you if you want, or you can just come along. I promise it'll be a lovely group of people. That's happening in January, and yeah, you're invited. So take home the tract that's on your seat. It's got a little invitation in there as well. But for now, I want to invite up our senior pastor, Brian, who's going to pray for us just before we move into the next section of the evening.
It's my joy to pray for you. I don't know all of your circumstances or situations, but I want God to help you and guide you and intervene in whatever challenges you're facing right now. So I'm going to pray for you or for all of us here in this room. Father, I'm so thankful for just how aware you are of the challenges that we are facing. I'm so thankful for your kindness and compassion to all of us. God, and I thank you for your great love for each of us in this place. God, I ask for you to help, and you know where each person needs help. And God, I ask you to help them. I ask you to direct each person who feels like they have some decisions to make, that you would help them make good decisions that end up well. And God, that you would continue to draw people towards better and better places. God, we love it that you do help and you pay attention. So act in our circumstances and situations. Draw us to you, I pray. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Okay, now we have the wonderful David Hogg, who's going to sing a song, The Image of God.
pageant of praise, no exhibition in the way that you came, no form of majesty put on display. Would I be disappointed if I saw your face like the leper you sent to the river to clean? I thought on my terms that you'd answer my plea. I thought the white horse would arrive on the scene with a sword in the hand of a conquering king. But you're so unexpected in how you show up, taking on the most vulnerable version of us. I wanna be ready upon your return to show you my love. So let me rehearse on all who bear the image of God. I know your story, I know you're coming soon, and I pray when it happens I afford you the room that you were not afforded the first time around. Underwhelming the world in the way you came down, like the rich man you sent to sell all he possessed. I've offered you some and held on to the rest, but you are a treasure of greatest expense, and I've been counting the cost, and I'm willing to spend. 'Cause you're so unexpected in how you show up. You're taking on the most vulnerable version of us. I wanna be ready upon your return to show you my love. So let me rehearse on all who bear the image of God. Oh, I waited and waited for my suffering to end, for my silence to be broken as you thundered on in. Why the helpless cry of a child is my signal of hope. Is a mystery I am drawn here to behold. 'Cause you're so unexpected in how you show up. You're taking on the most vulnerable version of us. I wanna be ready upon your return to show you my love. So let me rehearse on all who bear the image of God. The image of God.
Thank you so much, David. Now, you guys might be thinking, I've not heard that Christmas song before. That's because it's brand new. We invited David to sing because we were like, we need somebody to provide those cool alternative singer-songwriter vibes this Christmas for all the wee hipsters in the West End. And so David was due to sing another song, and then 2 nights ago he sent us a message being like, oh, I wrote a song today. Maybe I could sing that. How good was that? He did it himself. He did. It was so good. And you guys are the first to hear it. Anyway, this is the moment we've been waiting all year for, okay? We're here together with the cute lights and our man with the flashy hat's back from last night. Love it. We are about to hear the carol of all carols, the greatest carol that's ever existed. O Holy Night.
So
Thank you so much for joining us to celebrate this evening. We're going to do one big round of applause to thank everybody who contributed. So that's the choir, the musicians, the hospitality people, the tech people, and all of you guys for joining in.
Guys, so good to have you here with us tonight. After the choir sing one more song, on your way home, we would love to invite you to visit Marshmallowland with the Marshmallow King, who's going to be around the corner.
Just to clarify, it's just our side fence.
It's just around the side, so just around the side of the church.
Marshmallowland.
That is Marshmallowland, and the Marshmallow King will be the man who is huddled over the fire pit with marshmallows, and in case there's a couple of them, our one is wearing a crown.
Yes,
so
he is.
He is the Marshmallow King. If you've got kids, it's especially for you guys, but anyone can pop by and say hello.
Yes, if you're free this Saturday, we have Reap and Sow, our Christmas Makers Market. That's on between 11 and 2. It's free entry, so even if you don't want to buy anything, just come and have a wee nosy. We've also got our Christmas services this Sunday at 11 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. There'll be more carols and festivities and fun. We've also, as if that wasn't enough, we've also got a watch night service on the 24th of December. That's Christmas Eve, at 11:30 p.m. If that is too late for you, please feel free to come in your jammies with your teeth brushed, and we'll all start Christmas Day together.
Yeah, so good. Also, if you're watching online tonight because you live far away, all our services are also streamed, so you can join us anytime as well. Whatever your background, whoever you are, though, consider yourself invited to join in with us for any of our Christmas events. We would love to celebrate with you this year. But for now, enjoy one last song. This is Hark, the Herald Angels Sing.
Thank you for joining us. Good night, safe home, visit the Marshmallow King.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.